it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
180, 390, 950, 950. I'm coming. Red.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Foles and the Jags come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Foles. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. A toss play, Gordon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So on third and goal, Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second and 12, Foles throwing middle, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Mike Williams, his second touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now
it's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 17-7 is our score. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta!
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. At their own 29-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go jet sweep here with Chark. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Great. Throw. Check 50.
Foles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Returning, it's Benjamin. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the...
There goes Melvin Gordon. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll set up to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
36. Hey, alert 3.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
We got this.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 11 yards there, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Purple 64. Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Foles now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Hey, Charlie.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. First possession of the third quarter, an interception.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Go Orange. Orange. We got double up.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. He's got Allen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Chargers, first down.
Black 11! Hey, 79! 79! Tighten up! Orange 5-4. Switch it. Come on, switch it. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, easy.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14.
Go.
2nd and 14. He completes it to Westbrook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Foles now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They run. Devontae Freeman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Desmond King on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Curl. 3 down.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Foles. The open man is Westbrook. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 19.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will get them one closer.
38. Jaguars 28.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
89.
Gordon. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Stay there. Select 15.
Rivers. Complete. It's Henry. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Rocket. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Brown. Hey, hot.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Load it. Load it. Switch, switch, switch. Kill, kill, kill. Red.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes, but now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
Now Foles. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash. This from 33. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Go, go, go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Gordon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign.
Big numbers.